Hello, friends. So, today I'm here to discuss a very general topic, and you all are quite familiar with this topic, that is to think positively. Now, you will say that what is new in this topic? We all know that. I know that we all know the meaning of this, that think positively. But just think about it that whether we really implement this in our life, whenever we are in a problems, disappointment, we face failures in our life, we always forget these two words with which we are quite familiar. So that is the reason I'm here to discuss about it. Nowadays, we are living in a competitive world. There is full of stress, tension, depressions, disappointments, and even the jobs which we are doing, they are target oriented. So life has become so stressful. There are many things in our life which really pulls us down. The world is getting worse day by day. We have become so materialistic. Whole day we are running, lacking the peace of mind. There is a pessimism all around. So we really need a change. We need a break. We need a change. But we can't change everything because these things has become a very important part of our life. We can't leave our jobs, our responsibilities because we need it is a need of the time. We have to be a part of this competitive world. So we can't change everything. So it's better to change ourselves. I know many of my friends, especially the youngsters, won't agree with me because they believe that they can change everything. I know in that age, when we are young, we are so energetic that we believe that we can change the whole world. But I personally believe that it is very tough to change others. So it's better to change oneself. Even we can't change, we can't stop working. We have to be a part of this world to survive ourselves. So it's better to change the way we think. Instead of thinking negative, start thinking positively. Very simple funda of our life. One can bring the positivity in life. We just need to practice on it. So, positive mental attitude expects good and favorable results. Generally, people think that it's very easy to say. Many of us even don't believe on these two words. They just consider it as a stupid topic. Whenever we are depressed or disappointed, we heard from everyone, whoever comes to console us, that everything would be all right very soon. And they always advise us to think positive. I can understand that when we face failures, it's really hard to be positive. But I agree that for some moment we are disappointed, but people with the positive attitude in their life, they soon cover up those negative feelings with the positive ones. Our mood and behavior really is affected by our attitudes with our thinkings. So when we are negative, even the small hurdles of life seems to be a bigger one. And the moment we start thinking positive, we started taking the failures in a positive sense. We started taking that failures teaches us something, and we all know that failures are the best teachers. Whenever we failed or whenever we are disappointed, whenever we have some the work which is not according to our expectations, after analyzing it, we always come to know that where we lacked, and it is a good experience. And we all know that experience is the best teacher. So positivity allow a person to find the solutions of the problems. Let's take one example which we all might have experienced once in our life. That is that when a person goes for interview and he is sure that he is going to reject it. This is only with the person who has a negative approach towards life. And on that night, at that night, he's not able to sleep properly. He becomes so restless, and even in the morning, he is in hurry, skips his breakfast, and even could not decide what to wear. So, in this tension and nervousness, he reached in front of the interview, and he's not able to express himself, and he got rejected. And on the other side, a person with the positive attitude is quite sure to give his 100% in the interview. He has a peace of mind. He arranged everything properly, and he faced the interview with the positive attitude, and he always leaves a good impression, and so he gets a job. Just think and let me know in the comment whether it happened with you ever in your life. Well, I experienced both. When we have a positive feeling, we have a pleasant feelings, we feel happy, energetic, it brings the brightness to our eyes and a different glow on our face. There is always a pleasant smile on our face, which really gives a positive vibes to the next person. Believe me, every person have positive and a negative vibes. That we will discuss in some other video. And when the person gives a positive vibes, that means the person has a positive attitude towards others. It really gives him the confidence. A person with the negative thinking have a negative vibes, which others can really feel. People sitting next to you can feel the frustrations and the disappointments. And if it is continued for a longer time, slowly people start ignoring. And a person with the negative approach towards life is left alone. It is only the positive attitude which leads to success. It gives us hope. It's a ray of light, the ray of happiness. One who thinks that one can achieve, he puts his 100% efforts to achieve, to get that success. And we all know that the self-confidence, determination, hard work, these are the key elements of success. Okay, let's go back to our childhood. We all have heard or read a story of a thirsty crow, which is taught in our KG or must be in our first class. We learned that story when we were kids, and we also learned the lesson from it, that where there is a will, there is a way. Just imagine that just to pass the exam, we have learned this story. Have we ever followed that lesson which we have learned from this story in our real life? No. And why they have taught us this story in the childhood? So that we can adopt this thing in our real life, in our upcoming life. Because in this story teaches us that one should be optimistic. One should always try to find the solution even in a big problems, because every problem has a solution. We just need to analyze it and try to solve it. Especially we Indians, we are a great fan of movies, especially the Bollywood movies. In many movies we have heard impossible means I am possible. And even we heard many people saying that nothing is impossible. So here I would also like to share one thing which I have read in one magazine. I remember it was a Forbes magazine. It was about the Thomas Edison. And he really became very famous for these sayings, which I'm going to share with you right now. And just imagine that how he described his failures. I have noted it down. Let me read it for you. So he really became famous for his saying that I have not failed 10,000 times. I have not failed once. I have succeeding in proving that those 10,000 ways will not work. When I have eliminated the ways that will not work, I find the way that will work. If you don't understand, please rewind it and listen it. These are his wordings, which really made him famous. And these wordings are full of positivity. Imagine that how he converted his 10,000 times failure to the positivity. So only a determined and a dedicated person finds a ways in a different problems and achieve his goals. The one biggest mistake which we all commit, not only you, even sometimes even I do it. We all have negative thoughts and we expect the positive results from it. Just think, is it possible that we are thinking negative and we are expecting a positive result from it? So we need to change the way we think. We need to think positive. Then only we will get the positive results in our life. Take life as a battle and fight it with the positive attitude. I hope my small effort could bring a little change in your life. Thanks for watching this video.